Alright everyone, welcome back. We're taking a look at this. This is the CRKT large Pilar, or Pilar, or Pillar. I don't want to say CRKT calls it the Pilar. Anyway, this is a larger version, which is still kind of a small knife. It's a very popular, I'm sure I'm the 1000th person to review this, but I appreciate you taking a look. It's an interesting knife. It's a frame lock. It's got pretty good... it's hugely popular in this EDC community and the knife community, so we're going to take a deeper look at this today. But first, let's go ahead and start with the box. So, not much of a box. You can actually just pick it up off the shelf. So, designed by Jasper Voxnays. I haven't heard that name. It's not like a Chris Reeves or a, anything like that. Flipper opening, which is great. I'm not a huge I'm not a huge fan of the thumb stud. Tough G10 handles. I don't really think it has handles. It just has a G10 handle or G10 scale. And then frame lock. I don't have a lot of frame lock knives. And they categorize it under their everyday series. Then has a lifetime warranty, so on and so forth. Anyway, start on the back. G10 handle. Where minimal design meets maximum utility, the Pilar is a minimalist's everyday folder with clean design and an epic tale behind its name. It's understated when tucked away, carefully designed to punch above its weight when in use. Kind of sounds like it's a self-defense knife, but it's not. So that's kind of the sheep's foot design there. We'll go over that in a second. So blade length, we'll just say 2.7 inches. It's plain edge, 8CR, 14 MOV, so it's just cheap Chinese steel. Satin finish. There's a black finish, which I really wanted, because the satin finish is okay. It looks nice, but man, it is a fingerprint magnet. Closed, it's 4 inches. Open, it's 6.7 inches, 4 ounces in weight. It's got a frame lock, so not a liner lock. And then the front is a G10 handle or a scale. And then the back is a stainless steel, which is kind of interesting. CRKT does a lot of that. Then talks about the lifetime warranty. We won't get into that. So let's take a look at the knife. Again, it's stainless steel on this side, which is kind of great. I'm not a huge fan of this like empty gap that's back here. I mean, it is a two-way reversible clip. You can't. It's not four-way, just two-way. So that's fine. It's got a nice big lanyard hole over here, which is great. I'm not a big lanyard guy. I like pocket clips. And this one's just fine. You can kind of get an idea of how much of it's going to be sticking out of your pocket. Not too much. But it is nice in the pocket. And it's, even though this is the larger version, it's really not a big knife. So I was happy to get it. Pick it up. Man, this light is bright. It's got this super nice, let me turn this away. This is too bright. It's got this crazy backspacer here, which is also a stainless steel there, which is kind of nice, rather than just having the rivets or back rivets, and that kind of comes around the front there. So the flipper is great. The ball bearing on it is incredible. Let me bring some of this light back here. Ball bearing on that is absolutely incredible, and it has a lot of these knives are doing this. I'm curious if I can show this to you. I don't know if you can see in the knife here, in the actual like blade in there, is a little bump. It's that like little black bump right here. You can kind of see where my finger is, and that helps create tension when you're flicking this knife open, so that when the knife does come out, you can just kind of build up this tension, and then you finally get past that little bump, and then the knife flips out. Definitely a fingerprint magnet with this satin finish. It says Pilar over here, and then what else does it say? Oh yeah, Voxnays design, and then it's got their little like logo up there for the Pilar. And then on this side just has CRKT's logo. The G10 on this is really nice, pretty traditional G10. It's nice, it's grippy, it's textured, it doesn't feel cheap, it's a pretty traditional G10. There's a lot of different color options for this. The knife on CRKT's website retails for $60 in the large form factor. I picked this up for half that, so about $30. You can get it on Amazon. I happen to get this at my local Cabela's. I think I already said that. So it's, again, a hugely popular knife. I'm sure I'm the 1 millionth person to review this knife, but I wanted to give you my take on it. So just the handle itself, I've got little baby hands, but you can get just about 4 fingers on there pretty comfortably. But the real winner here is the finger choil. So you can really get you know, that extra finger up here. There's the thumb rests nicely on here because this is a pretty big chunk of steel that's up here. The nice sheep's foot design. There's a lot of metal in this knife for a 4-ounce weight. It's borderline too heavy for a EDC knife, in my opinion. But it's great. You really can put some weight on this. There's no chamfering or anything like that, or jimping, which is kind of interesting. But with the finger choil that's here, you can really get a nice solid grip on that and continue to use this knife for some more detailed work if you need to. Frame lock, obviously, so the actually part of the frame comes over to lock that knife in place. It doesn't seem like it comes over very far. I guess as you can see there, it's, you know, it doesn't really come over to the middle, but it does. The frame does move far enough, and it is pretty sturdy there. I do like that they have this jimping or chamfering in there to help get the frame lock out of the way as you close the knife. This is kind of interesting here, some of the detailing, because when you go to flip this open, your fingers kind of rest right in there kind of nicely, even this little empty space there that they left. So again, two-way reversible pocket clip. I can't put it on this side, obviously, so I might reverse it. Personally, I think it might give me a little less pocket show, and I like to carry mine in my left pocket. So I feel like if you carry it in your left pocket, you probably want it this direction, so this kind of tucks into your pocket. But sometimes I'm starting to find when I have the knife in my left pocket, putting it in this way, as I put it into the pocket, sometimes it will flip the flipper. So maybe I won't flip the pocket around just yet. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of this design with the half and half. I kind of prefer it just to be the same. I mean, if you either G10 throughout or stainless throughout, and you can get it like that, I think only in stainless, or it's half and half with the G10. So this is the larger version, and it's one that I think a lot of people should carry. The Pilar or Pilar for me is great in this large configuration. Elsewise, I would recommend you get the squid, and we'll go over that. I've got one ordered up, so that'll be here in a couple of days. Anyway, we are taking a look at more budget knives, so stick around. We've got a couple other ones. I'm shooting videos all day on these, so if you like what you see, stick around. Make sure you're subscribed. I don't care if you turn the bell on or not. Like this video, dislike it if you want, doesn't matter to me. Leave your questions and comments down in the section below there, and I'll be around to answer them to the best of my ability. I think this one will definitely get some pocket time. It's unique. I like how you've got such this sturdy grip on this knife. I like how the G10 is on my fingertip side rather than the opposite. I think that would be a little strange, but it is really, really nice. Now again, I've got little baby hands, so the finger choil might not work out if you've got some larger fingers, because that little corner there is pretty darn sharp. But it does come with a nice edge. The 8 CR14 13 MOV, it's again, it's Chinese steel. It's not great, it's not terrible, but for an EDC little throw around knife that you're not going to be afraid to get out and use, I think this is perfect. I've got some $100, $200 Benchmades and Spydercos and Kershaws that I would never want to take out and cut up, because they have S20V or CPM 154 steel or something like that in it. That's a pain to sharpen and something that's just too nice from the factory. So this little $30-$40 CRKT is perfect for that. So I appreciate you sticking around, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.